Hi! This one is a bit of a monster. We've got a radio tower, 2 outposts, a supply drop, and a race. And one of the outposts takes a little while. But you'll see. I do it all with takedowns. I've decided to try and grind XP a little bit, but rather than just clearing stuff. Although the second one is a sniping one, just because when I unlock this radio tower, I get a new sniper rifle. The radio towers are starting to feel a bit icky, honestly. There's a couple of places where it's not obvious where you have to jump, and it feels like sort of glitching and abuse and just, yeah. It feels unpleasant because it feels like I'm not doing it right, and I don't like doing stuff when it doesn't feel like I've done it right, when I feel like I'm abusing a glitch or something. Like, I'll happily do it, right? But I want to know what the proper way is too, so I know how badly I'm cheating. Anyway, maybe not. Maybe it's just FPS jumping that's doing my head in. It's a little bit like the slab UHF tower all over again. But even with that, you knew you were doing the right thing when you got there because there was only one route up. Anyway, I'm moaning, and that's unfair. Hi, I shouldn't be moaning. I should be happy. There's the radio tower. Yay! And we got a new sniper rifle. Then we've unlocked Stubborn Kid Farm here. There's a trial of the Ratcat. I think that's Furious Gun, but I'll do a separate video for it. Spine Ridge Farm, memory card number 16. There's a supply drop, and also one of the outposts unlocks a race, which I'll do as well, just because it's called Kamikaze Canyon or something, and I was like, oh, that's got to be fun. It's not that much fun. Oh, I've just ruined it. It is. It's loads of fun. It's amazing. It's a quad bike race. Yeah! Anyway, down here I took the wrong zip line to the supply drop, and the supply drop's worth 1000 XP. So if for no other reason than that, it's worth doing. And they're normally worth 300 or 500. Anyway, over here, and then what you probably want to do is slow down and not do this, where you land and spin and somersault and generally land on your head and destroy the bike. So instead, go over here. You can drive off the side here, that's not a problem, but then ease it up here and aim for the road. There you go. Then just follow this path down, and it's actually not so far on this one. There's a bit of a spin there, and there's a ramp here, which frankly I thought I went up pretty cleanly, but the game did not. There's now smoke pluming out of the thing, but it's a pretty short one. There's only 20 seconds left. Rawr, bear attack! Except it didn't attack. I attacked the bear, ran into its butt. And then over the crest of this hill is, oh look, it's the red. And I smashed into that wall, hurt the bike. And I was actually curious to know if I destroyed the bike as I'd crossed the red marker, would I have got the award? Probably would have done, right? Because it registers it as you pass, as you enter the red gas. Anyway, going to Stubborn Kid Farm. Kids are baby goats, and goats are notoriously stubborn. I mean, maybe it's a stubborn child, but I would be surprised if they were farming children. It seems more like they're farming goats. Although you never know, this island is pretty weird, but I think it's probably a reference to a stubborn baby goat. Goats are awesome, by the way. Do you know they eat shoes? And they have stink glands. There's also, you should look up on YouTube, fainting goats. There's this breed of goats which have evolved to avoid predators, or to escape attack by predators. They faint when they're scared, and they stiffen up and play dead, and it looks like they've got rigor mortis. And the theory is, a wolf comes along and it's like, hello goat, I'm going to eat you, and the goat goes and dies. Or it doesn't die, it simulates death, so it's like a possum playing dead, and the predator's like, oh, I don't want to eat no dead goat, and wanders off. But the videos are just amazing. Also pygmy goats. But anyway, back to the video, sorry, I digress. I am taking out the alarms, because there's only 2 of them. There's that one there, and then there's one around to the side here. And if you're using a silenced weapon, a suppressed weapon, I never know the difference between silenced and suppressed. Someone told me off for using it once. I had some bodyguards when I went into Palestine, long story. And I was talking about silenced weapons, and they told me off and said, no, it's suppressed. So maybe I'll look that up on Wikipedia and fill you in on the next video. But I took that alarm out, and then everyone kind of got alerted. and I took the guy down, then got seen, but I decided to try and take all these guys down with a takedown, just to maximize experience ultimately. So the heavies are worth 500 versus, you know, like 150 or 200 if you shoot them. Edging around the side here, this guy is an easy takedown, and I'm using the pistol takedown more and more. You'll see I do a wanted dead mission, I think, after this, and really abuse the pistol takedown. And they've chucked a Molotov, or there's a flamer in the pack who has basically set the place on fire and done a lot of my work for me. I've got the sniper rifle out here, and I'm like, well, these guys, you know, maybe I can shoot them. And this poor guy, he gets it in the neck like that. That's gotta hurt. I'm sorry, no matter how you say it, that's gonna hurt. And I'd really like to see a game where shooting them in specific body parts actually affects them. And affects their animations longer term. I kind of feel like I did see one of those games once, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, around the back of here to nail this guy. I pull his pistol out, but there's no one to shoot. So then heading around the back of the building, it all goes a bit wrong. I'm trying to sneak up on the guy with the skull, the normal guy, because I think, well, that's going to be an easy takedown right from there, and I can maybe pistol kill the heavy. But the bloody environment gets in my way, and I don't think to jump the table because I'm worried I'll make some noise. So I misthrow a Molotov at him like 3 times. And it doesn't catch on anything, I guess because they've already set the entire place on fire themselves. But it does enough to distract him. So he's like stumbling, and it allows me to close in and get a takedown on him and lightly set myself on fire. And then there's just this guy left who's kind of blind shooting a little bit. They're coming out the walls, man! So as soon as he goes to reload, I can just get up behind him and take him down to complete the outpost. And have a bit more coffee, which will hopefully stop me rambling at you about things like goats and bodyguards and suppressors versus silencers. Anyway, here's the wanted dead mission from Stubborn Kid Farm. And this one's kind of interesting. There are 2 guys. There's one up there who I don't tag. Actually, that's a plant, which is why I'm not tagging it. But there's one on the right as well. So there... Oh, yeah, come on, chop chop. I'm heading around to the right. There we go, there's a charger as well. Heading around to the right to see what's up there. And it turns out there is a sniper kind of raised up here who's all on his own. Poor snipers, you would think that they'd turn around once in a while. But no, he's quite content to stand there and look the wrong way. There's also another charger down in the courtyard to the left. There's a dog and the other bad guy up with that charger in the distance there. There's the other charger. Oh, there's one more charger, but we'll see. So, looking up to here, it's a pretty simple takedown for this guy. He's up here, he's on his own, no one can really see him. I'm just dragging him away in case one of the guys in the courtyard turns around and has the amazing ability to see a body from, you know, through rocks, which they occasionally do, I think when a limb clips through some of the scenery. There's one more guy over there, there we go, and then I think I heard a dog barking. So I'm trying to get an angle on how to tag that. There we go, there's the dog. And so, it's a question of what to do next, and I decide to do this. Drop down into the courtyard, take this guy out, sneak round here, take this guy out, grab his pistol, drop those 2 guys in the courtyard for another 200 experience. And then up here, just to get away from the scene of the crime. So we're left with a charger, a dog, and a sniper. And the sniper's red light is trying to get a bead on me pretty constantly. I feel really sorry for this dog. I'm sorry, doggy. But it turns around, it walks away having not found me, goes to sniff the ground, and I get a bullet up its butt. Which is not, it's a fairly ignominious way to go for anyone. Still, it was quick. And it, you know, through the butt into the head, maybe. Anyway, this charger sees me now. After I try to get around the back, there's no way around the back of there. The charger sees me, so I fairly inelegantly take him down. He's shooting at me, so I just go for chest shots. And then this guy is the only guy left, as far as I'm aware. It turns out he is. And I kind of edge around, and I'm wondering what I can do to get him to stop looking directly at me. and it turns out that a rock, as always, is your best friend. So I chuck a rock against here. You see it goes off there, and he's like, ooh, what's that? But doesn't investigate down there, having heard the rock. Instead he goes up the stairs, obviously, because that's where you go, the opposite direction to the sound. But it doesn't matter, all I needed him to do was move, so I can get a pretty simple takedown on him. There we go, wanted dead, 300 XP for a takedown, and a little bit of loot, plus some cash. Anyway, from here, it's off to Kamikaze Pass, not Kamikaze Canyon. And this is a quad bike race, so I wanted to take it, and it's actually kind of fun. It's relatively straightforward until the last bit, and obviously the first bit where I turned the wrong way for no reason I can fathom. Oh, I do know why, it's because the road was edging to the left. So, well, surely it would go that way too, but no. No, no, no. Anyway, around here, up here, and you're basically following road for most of this. This bit's cool between the gaps in the radio tower. I didn't bother to go for expert or gold or whatever on this, just because with races I tend to do pretty well the first time when I'm doing it blind, and then the next few times I'm trying to optimize on the route I think I know, but I haven't remembered it as well as I think, so I end up getting it hideously wrong. Anyway, round here is where it goes a bit wrong. There are some buffalo crossing the road, and I hit one of them and spin off, and then come kind of egging through here, and now you need some speed to get over this ramp. Unfortunately I get enough up, but that's where I lost a few seconds, and I think the expert time was 1:20. So you really need to do either not the mistake at the beginning or not the mistake at the end to nail that, and I just don't trust myself not to. Anyway, from here, oh, excuse me, big yawn. From here we are going to the final outpost of the island. Sniper up there, a couple of guys in the courtyard, another sniper to the right, which we'll see in a minute, and a guy down there smoking a cigarette or something like that. There's more guys in here as well, but I don't think I tag them. I don't think I see them until right at the end. And so what's happened is I've got a new sniper rifle here. It's the D95, or I don't know, the one up from the M900, and it unlocked with the radio tower. It was one of the free weapons I got. And it's actually the one from the mission Saving Oliver. It's got multiple levels of zoom, and it takes 3 attachments. So I've given it an extra magazine, the Super Scope or whatever it's called, and the extended mag. And the extended mag basically gives it the same mag size as the Predator, the Z900. And this guy kind of comes to investigate, so I take him down, obviously. But the scope gives you 2 levels of zoom, which is nice. So that's kind of, you know, a nice change. But I figured I'd use it to just clear this place out from a distance. And the interesting thing I discovered, or I kind of maybe already knew, is that if you're not within, you know, this invisible restricted zone, although when you've got the privateer's outfit on the restricted zone you might see the red edge on the minimap, as long as you're outside there they won't ever seem to call the alarm. Like, he's run off now and he's like, I'm going for the alarm, I want cover, help me mummy. And despite the fact that I'm there, as long as he hasn't seen you, he won't set the alarm off. So like, they're running now, and I actually saw the second one there, but they're running now, but they'll just hover. They won't actually push the alarm. Like, they keep screaming, set the alarm off, and it's not like I've shot the alarm, right? But anyway, I flip to the machine gun, run around here, and there's 2 that I hadn't tagged, but that is it. So I think there were 8 guys there in total. That's the outpost clear. Now, don't miss memory card number 16. I forget exactly what it's for. But it is in this outpost. There we go, memory card number 16, but that's your lot. Bit of a monster for Sunday morning. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Lots of love. Bye. Oh, it's meth. Breaking Bad. Ha!